Welcome back to the Polishing Podcast, and this week it's a special episode because we're both here. We're both back. You don't get only one of us. It's your boys, the Polishing Men. Nico, all powerful. Trent, pixelated Apollo. Pixie Poo. Large, bovine skin, parental unit.
I was gonna not say anything. You're like, we're both here, and then you're like, what? It's like, all right, try to introduce yourself or something. I'm just like,
nothing.
Yeah.
But the bovine skin got you.
The bovine skin. I was just like, what the hell?
It's leather.
Well,
It's
yeah,
cow skin.
yeah. I guess so. I've just never heard it called that.
Nobody has until this moment, to be honest.
It's like something a vegan would yell at someone. Are you wearing bovine skin?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Or someone from PETA.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about vegans or PETA. We're here to talk about video games and other random
Because you
things.
know, if I was vegan or you were vegan, we would be talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Because we gotta let everyone know. That's how that works.
I love that. I love that that's a meme, is that vegans just talk about veganism.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's like they know nothing other than being vegan. It's like...
It's like the kid who's like, looks like he's like holding back.
like a
His
some
face is all
monstrous
red.
cough. Yeah.
And he's like, it's been 4 hours since I told someone I was vegan.
Oh man. But yeah, Polishing Podcast, we're both here finally. The week that I wasn't here is because there was a bunch of maintenance going on below me, and it was like pipes clanging, and they were cutting pieces of drywall out of an apartment below us, and it was terrible. Lots of noise. He wasn't here because he was coming back from a vacation. We can talk about that if he wants to. Probably won't because it's the same place every time.
Pretty much.
No, but and then yeah, so we're here. I want to start with business, and then I want to do the viewer question stuff, and then we can talk about all the different games and stuff, and all of the cool stuff that we've been doing recently, in my opinion. So obviously this is the Polish Podcast. If you didn't know that, I don't know how you got this far because we're already 3 minutes in. So if I said it at the top and you still didn't know, there you go. You can listen to it on our website, polishpodcast.com. It's also on Spotify. It's not on Twitter. iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and the Podbean app because it's also uploaded over there. And yeah, that's all the places you can listen to the podcast. I asked if anybody wanted it on SoundCloud. Nobody said anything, and I was like, good. I don't want to upload it to another place because it's kind of hard to keep track that it's actually getting to all the places it's supposed to go in the first place. But yeah. So that's fun. What else? I guess right off the top, I didn't get to talk about this much on the last podcast because I think it just happened the night before. But my whole streaming thing has been going decently. I am going live at 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. EST on Twitch TV/Nico All Powerful, and I got affiliate status, so you can give me your money. No. Give me your biddies. But no, yeah, it's been good. What?
You can tip them.
Well, that you could always do that. That's a third-party program.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But there's that. That's my things I like to plug and everything. Do you have anything you want to get off the top of the bat before we go into viewer stuff and actual topics?
No.
Okie dokie then. Let's rock and
I was trying to think
roll.
of something funny, but
You couldn't think of anything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna go with. You know what? We haven't done the comments on the website in a while because we both haven't been here, and I didn't want to read over a comment that was directed at both of us with Allie because that didn't make sense. Because she wouldn't have an opinion on it. So Infinity7 commented on episode 24, which is Wow, Religion and Politics. That's the title. I titled it, at least. He asks, do you guys mind if I write some erotic fanfic between Trent and Napoleon?
Oh boy.
And I felt like it wasn't fair to answer this without you here, because I would have said yes.
I mean, go ahead. Go ahead. Because I kind of want to read it.
I was going to say, you sound defeated yet intrigued.
Yeah. Like, it's a part of me, it's like, I'm just like, man, the human race, like, what are we doing? And then a part of me is like,
how deep does the rabbit hole go?
Oh, deep.
Oh, that was a euphemism I didn't mean to make there. Yeah.
Boy.
And then he also asked on the Prince of Macedon episode, where did Nicco go? Well, I'm just going to say it, Infinity. If you didn't listen to the first minute or two of the podcast, then you might have missed the fact that I was gone. If you just skipped over that part, then, I get it. Nobody wants to hear the intro, but
I know.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I wasn't there because of maintenance. Oh, wait, I spoiled it. Excuse me. And then we got a good old comment from our boy Martin, where he commented on the episode I did with Allie. It was all about nostalgia, and he was like, and the comment reads, wow, not bad, guys. I like to hear people reminiscing. Being the youngest of 5 boys, I would listen to everyone around me talk about the good old days. It was a good start to learning real history, IMO. You both talked about the old bands and weed lol of my time, and it did bring back some good memories, so thanks for that. Good job, Nicco and Allie. Thank you, Martin. As always, Martin being a boss and, just
interacting.
Yeah, it's doing everything he can to make us feel good about ourselves. I mean, I don't know how
everybody needs a Martin in their life.
For real. I don't know how I got this far without a Martin. And I don't know, I can't tell, like, I approved this comment, and I don't know if it's a reply to Martin's comment from Lawrence is sad, send love. That's his name, so, send us love some way. But he says Nicco is greater than Trent, so he's going to start a flame war between us, and this is how our friendship ends.
Oh, wow.
This is the beginning.
Well, it's not working, because... I mean, like, I don't care.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. We're good.
I mean, like, that's just his opinion.
That's fair. All right. But last and not least, because we didn't ask for viewer questions this week, because I feel like if we do that too often, then most of the podcasts are just going to be Q&As. And while interactive...
No, Nicco, I'm better. God damn it.
Oh, okay. Well, I concede. You have the bigger viewer count on every platform.
That's how it starts off. Oh, that doesn't matter. I mean, Logan Paul has more viewers and stuff, so what does that matter?
Drama alert.
No, I was just saying it'd be funny how I act like I don't care, and then gradually, all the way towards the end, it just gets worse and worse. Until, at the end, I'm just screaming about it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, what were you saying?
Oh, I was saying I didn't want to do Q&As every single podcast, being like, hey, viewer questions, because then it would literally just be Q&A podcast forever if we did that, because people really like asking us questions now. But yeah. If you do have questions, send them to the Polishing Podcast Twitter, linked in the header of the Polishing Podcast website at Polishing Pod if you don't go to the website. And then, we'll throw them up here on the podcast. We'll answer them. I just don't want to do a Q&A podcast every single week.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have Twitter, we both have Facebook, quote-unquote, fan pages. I don't like to call it a fan page because it's weird to me, but it is. You can message us there, and then we'll have the questions. So, yeah, that's the easiest way. But anyway, Liam... we read people's first and last names before. I don't know. I'm just gonna say Liam. How do you think I should go with this? Because when we do Q&A stuff, we read people's full names and full Twitter handles. But here this was a private message, but it's not like something like he's not asking like, hey, my girlfriend's about to leave me. How can I stop this? Or like, how can I make myself better for her or anything like that? So what do you think? Is it bad to read his full name?
I just go with the first name because I think he knows.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on the person. So
yeah, I just know that we've done it before. Like we've read people's first and last names when we do the Facebook questions because you can see it. But since this was a private message one, I don't know. Like it's different. I feel like.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go with the first name.
Yeah.
All right. So Liam says, "Hi Nico, love the podcast." And he's like, "I'm not sure where the best place to ask question is because I don't have Twitter. I hope this is the place." Anyway, here's my question for you and Apollo. He said, "If you had to only play one video game genre for the rest of your life, what would it be?" So that's one. He's got three in here. We'll go over three and then we'll start at the top again. If you had to pick another gamer tag aside from Nico or Powerful Pixelated Apollo, what would it be? And it can't be Robert E. Lee's Ghost, which is honestly, that's a good gamer tag.
Yeah. I might just change my YouTube name to
that. And lastly, for Apollo, will you keep playing Iron Harvest? I love those vids. And he says, stay clean, stay polishing. So from the top, what genre would you, if you can only pick one genre, what would you play for the rest of your life?
Well, currently, it seems like the only two genres I play is strategy and survival. The double S's.
The double S's.
Maybe I shouldn't say that. But if I had to pick, I mean, do I get to see like if I only play one genre and I can only play like just me, not online, I would do strategy. But if I'm playing with a bunch of friends, I mean, strategy still sounds fun, but
I mean, he didn't clarify whether or not it was online or single player only.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with strategy.
Okay. Oh, damn, this one's kind of tough because I play a lot of different games and I'm into different things. I could go very general and just say shooter and be like, ha, you didn't say I had to be specific.
So it could be like Fortnite. It could be like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Squad.
Literally any shooter. Third, first person, doesn't matter. No, fuck, I don't know. Actually, now that I'm trying to think about it, I don't know what genre I would pick. I guess
you could even argue strategy could fit in, like you could fit in shooters into strategy
or RPGs
or survival. There's a strategy to surviving.
Well, that's I mean,
yeah, it's a
little less nitpicky than just being like
reaching
shooter
for it.
Yeah, Evil Knievel would look at that jump and be like, maybe. It's like, I'm not sure about this one, boys. I don't know. Shit. I don't know. Third person action games, I guess. I don't know. I've been, especially since that's what Spider-Man is, and it's coming out Friday, and I wouldn't want to doom myself never to play it.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, I hope so.
Then we get kidnapped and they're like, you can only play one genre.
It's like third person action games. Shit. We were trying to keep them from playing Spider-Man. It didn't work. All right, go home. But yeah, if you had to pick another gamer tag, what would it be? And obviously, it can't be. So apparently, I'm guessing we can't swap, which is why he put our own. So you can't be me and I can't be Apollo. Like you can't be Nico or Powerful and I can't be Pixelated Apollo, I assume. Yeah. And then we both, neither one of us can be Robert E. Lee's Ghost.
Oh, wow.
So.
Okay.
So new gamer tag if you had to all of a sudden rebrand into something.
Big Leather Daddy.
You just every video like starts with a whoosh.
Yeah. Big Leather Daddy here.
You're just in a harness.
And then if something bad happens or a player does bad, be like, that's 10 lashings for you.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, I kind of want to do that now.
Do you even well, I wouldn't be surprised if you had a bullwhip, honestly.
I do not.
Oh, okay. Look, you got chickens. Or, I mean, you don't have chickens. You talked about getting chickens. You have a pig.
What does that have to do with a bullwhip?
I don't know. You're trying to start a small farm.
Farm circus?
Farm circus. Otherwise known as a furcus.
It's like, whoa. It's not as cool like as an elephant, but it's a pig.
Get out there, Josephine. They just whip the air.
By the way, guys, don't support circuses that use elephants.
Yeah, they get tortured basically.
They're on the decline.
Yeah. But shit. Okay, so you would actually be Big Leather Daddy?
Yeah, probably.
Ah, man. I used to. One of my older ones was One Bad Dago because of the whole thing my dad made. That one would be. I mean, I don't have the persona to match it though, because I feel like somebody who's calling themselves One Bad Dago, you'd have to be like, "Yeah, what's up? I'm a dick," and all the time, and I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it'd be fun for like 5 minutes to have that kind of persona, kind of like a Dr. Disrespect style thing going. So I'd go with One Bad Dago, actually. Yeah, I would go with it.
There you go.
And people would meet me in real life and be like, "Wow, you're not a dick or anything." I'm like, "No, that's a character. It's called acting." All right, and then lastly, will you keep playing Iron Harvest? Yeah.
Yes, I will play Iron Harvest.
There you go.
I've pretty much played all of the beta, or they're like, I don't even know if I should call it a beta, but
It's probably more of an alpha.
yeah, it's more of an alpha. So I might be able to make another video out of it. I could redo the last mission I did, but I will play it more when more stuff comes out.
There you go. Alrighty then. So we've been doing a bunch of different stuff lately, and I haven't been able to talk about like the Twitch stuff at all, because I felt like with Allie, I mean, she already knows about it since she always asks me like, "How did it go?" and stuff. So I didn't want to inundate her with knowledge she already knew. Whoa, demons escaping. Oh God, excuse me. Sorry. Sometimes, the demon inside tries to escape through your throat, and it's not pleasant. But anyway, so we have been playing some different games as of recently, especially you.
Have I?
Yeah, I mean, compared to the last time we were both on the podcast, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because that was way before you had even gone to Disney.
Right.
And that was, so you had, I don't even think you had started playing, well, no, you were playing Seven Dies a little bit, but nowhere near as much as now.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
that's true.
there's a couple spoopy games you played recently.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, do you want to start, or do you want me to start? What do you want to do?
Go ahead. You can start.
Okay. Well, so I know I announced on the podcast that I would start on Mixer, and then I went over to Twitch, and then I'd hop back and forth. I'm probably just going to keep doing my thing on Twitch because I'm an affiliate now, so I can make money through bits and all that fun stuff. So if you're like, "Okay, Nico, I'm waiting for a concrete thing. I don't want to follow you in one spot and have to follow you to the next thing," just Twitch TV, Nico All Powerful. Just go there. 4 p.m., 8 p.m. We've been playing Darkest Dungeon, which is a gothic horror themed, not horror, kind of. What's the word I'm looking for? In-depth RPG that not only you have to deal with like monsters and it's turn-based battles, but you don't only have to worry about your health. You also have to worry about your stress while going through dungeons and stuff. So, yeah. Have you seen anything on this game, Trent? Just before I start explaining it.
A little bit.
Okay, but do you understand how it works at all? Like how you get your parties together and go into the dungeons and stuff?
I think so.
Okay. I just wasn't sure like how much I should explain, because I don't want you to have to hear all of the things.
No, just go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to go then.
Just explain what you want to explain. That's what the podcast is for.
That's fair. But anyway, so but the game is basically...
Oh my God, are you still explaining?
Shut up. Oh, there it is. There
we go, folks.
It's the straw that breaks the camel's back. But the way it works is that you recruit heroes, and they can get stressed out in the dungeons. And if you leave the heroes in town or the hamlet or whatever you want to call it, as you use other heroes to go into dungeons, they slowly decrease in stress, but there's also activities they can do to relieve a lot of stress. It just costs money. And so as you go through dungeons, you fight a bunch of monsters. You also fight, not fight, you find gold and trinkets and stuff. It's cool. It's very in-depth. You have to like sit there and go, okay, what monsters am I going to encounter in this area? What characters do I want to bring? And all that. And it's permanent death. If a hero dies, they're dead. They're gone. So you don't want to lose people if they're really strong and high level and stuff. Yeah, and if the hero dies, any trinkets they have equipped, which is basically like their equipment you bring along with you, if you win the battle and only one person dies, you can get their trinkets back because it just drops at the end of the battle and you can take them back unless you don't have inventory space. Then you have to do a whole bunch of inventory management to get those trinkets back, which you probably want. But if your team wipes, you just lose all of your progress while you were there. So any gold you got, any trinkets, any of that stuff is gone. But at any point in time, you can also flee a battle and leave a dungeon. Your party will just get extremely stressed out from it because, you know, they're giving up. So there's got to be a penalty for it. You can't just be like, all right, I went in, got some gold, dipping out. So that's cool. We started a regular playthrough, but then I got kind of bored. Well, not bored. I was getting to the point where a lot of harder missions were popping up that we couldn't prepare for because I didn't keep up with the like my money. The amount of money I was making was not keeping up with the way the difficulty was ramping up, so I couldn't level my characters up. So I was like, we're gonna start a new playthrough that's modded, and I have. So, like, the way the game is set up is people have made entire new classes of heroes and stuff with new abilities and artwork and everything. So I have, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modded characters in the game. Falconer, Lamia, Thrall, Doomslayer, Sisters, Seraph. 6. I have 6 modded characters in the game.
Nice.
Yeah, and they're really high quality mods. Like they don't play like other characters at all and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's brought new life into the game because I've played through it mostly before, but I have never used mods at all. So it's pretty fun to go through with characters that I don't know how to use because they don't work like other characters. So that's fun. And we're also naming viewers after characters, so it's extra stressful because
you don't want to lose them.
Yeah, I don't want them to die. And this new modded playthrough has been harder than the other playthrough ever has been. In the first dungeon, when you get 100 stress, your character can either become afflicted with some kind of terrible trait, or they can become virtuous and wipe out all their stress and be like this hero, and they get monstrous buffs and stuff, and they basically just one-shot everything depending on the character. Or if it's a healer, they like super heal and stuff. But basically, in our first dungeon, one of our guys got afflicted, like in our first run in the game, or the second one. It was like one of the first 5 runs, and that had never happened in the other playthrough, and we were like 30-something weeks in.
Wow.
And it was just like, how the fuck? It's the RNG is just, RNG, and it's
crazy.
Just targeted one character over and over again, which I've never seen. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been a good time. So that's my little Darkest Dungeon thing, which I'm still playing until Spider-Man comes out, and then I don't know if I'm gonna. I'm going back and forth on whether or not I want to stream it because it comes out Friday, and I know I want to play it on the weekends, but I don't know if I want to stream on the weekend. So I'm like, what do I do? So if you're wondering about that stuff at any point in time, just follow my Twitter. I'll give you updates. It's like maybe I'll do 2 playthroughs where I have one off stream and one on stream. I don't know yet, but yeah. So that's my new stuff and all that Darkest Dungeon stuff. What about you, Trent? What have you played recently that you like a lot?
I have been playing 7 Days to Die and Total War.
We almost have a castle.
We almost have a castle, and we're getting more and more people involved. So if you have 7 Days to Die and you want to be a part of the experience.
You want to be level 1 at day 18.
It's not terrible. I mean, we could be at like 45 or something.
That's true. It's just funny to be like, hey, you want to join in? Oh, yeah, what day are you at? Almost 21. Well, I passed this time. Maybe your next server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're playing a lot of that. It's been a lot of fun.
I've been having way more
stream-
fun than I thought I would, to be honest.
Yeah, I stream it on Facebook. So, if you guys want to see it.
Facebook
And all the
gaming.
streams are saved on there. So, if you want to see the progress,
Mhm.
it's all documented.
None of
How
my
did they
streams
get a
are
castle
saved.
like this? It all started as a little like shed.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like to look at it and be like, that was a shed next to a farm, like a farm, like a barn, not just like a farm. It's wild to think about.
Yeah.
So
So
that's been
yeah,
fun.
it's good fun. And then really, really recently, I've been playing, Dead by Daylight. We've all been playing it. You've been playing it too.
Yeah.
And it's been really fun.
Mhm.
Though we did encounter, so that match we played, the last one.
Yeah.
So for the life of us, we could not find, the
Like another
last-
generator.
like another generator. So she just
Wait. Well, let's give them some
okay.
setup
Okay.
for
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So 7 days to die. This is what
No,
happened.
you said 7 days to die.
Oh my god. You know what, guys? I'm just gonna uninstall myself.
We just hear meter, and then
Yeah.
you just drop to the ground.
So, in Dead by Daylight,
There you go.
the premise of the game is that there are 4 survivors and 1 monster, which could be like, monster, like it could be Michael Myers.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
so just to clarify it, there are like the people who made the game have unique killer, like, because they're all killers. They're unique ones to the game specifically, but they also got the licenses for Michael Myers, Freddy, and Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. So it's pretty creepy. When I first played it, I was just like screaming as they chase you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what happens is that you have to go around the map and turn on 5 generators, and then from there you can open up the exit gate, and then everybody can leave. But if you get hit twice by the creature or whatever monster's going after you, then he can knock you down, grab you, and put you on a hook. And then if you're put on the hook 3 times, you die.
Yeah.
If no one saves you from the hook, your other survivors, then eventually you bleed out and die.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's the premise of the game.
It's very simple, like a simple concept, but you get into it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so we were playing a match, and what happened was that there was just one more generator we had to fix and turn on. But there was only one more generator in the whole map, and the person playing the monster knew that and was just camping the generator. So there's literally nothing we could have done. So there needs to be more generators than you need.
Yeah. Or
Um,
it's because if I had not gone down to loop the killer at the end when I finally died and was like, all right, I'll see you guys later. Because once you die, you can spectate. But I was like, I have been streaming for 6.5 hours. I am so tired. We could have just sat upstairs and been like, hey, if you don't want to play the game, neither do we. Fuck you. Like, we could have just stalemated the game until the person got frustrated.
Yeah, we could have, and we thought about doing that, but we were just like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just the game's broken. Because we were doing so well.
Yeah.
So well at the beginning. We're like, oh, we're all gonna survive this. And then because they were camping one generator that we had to get to win, there's just nothing we could have done. And yeah, we were all pretty salty. We were like, God damn it. Because it's just like, oh, it's our last match. We're doing well. We ended up all dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So.
I mean, the strategy would have been to try to like have a couple people like run at, because the person was playing, like, the killer was the huntress, and she's able to throw throwing axes as well as just hit people, just to set it up because we didn't clarify who we were playing against. So we could have had multiple people run in front of her and have her try to, like, follow one of us, and then, like, one or two could break back and go try to fix the generator. But I tried that, and she was still not leaving past the air. Like, she would still kind of be in the same area. So we would have to, like, get chased off of the generator and, like, take turns going onto it as soon as she hit it. Like, it would be, like, we would have had to work really hard together to even get a little bit of progress at a time, which is just annoying.
Yeah.
So, like, and like, I've seen a lot of Dead by Daylight stuff, like, from gameplay and stuff, because one of the streamers I watch a lot, Moji, name drop, plays it not competitively, because it's not like a super competitive game. They're like, the rank in the top right corner is like, you rank up as you do well, and you'll rank down if you do crappy. So there is ranks to the game and stuff like that. It's not dependent on your character level. I know that. It's just depending on how well you do as either a killer or a survival. And it's like you get separate ranks for survivors and killers. But, like, from what I've seen in the Dead by Daylight community, there's a lot of people that want to play the game for fun, which is where, like, they, like, somebody who's a killer that just plays the game to have fun and, like, try to kill people but doesn't try to hardcore win, are the people that, like, go after people but, like, don't. So they call it tunneling, when one person gets targeted out of all the survivors and the killer just goes after them over and over and over again no matter what. Or camping, which is, I mean, everybody knows what camping is. Like, a person playing for fun wouldn't have camped the generator. They still would have walked around the map and stuff. Whereas this killer was, I bet people, and I mean, like, a lot of people would have labeled this person as quote unquote toxic, because they literally just were like, I'm just going to stand next to the generator and they can't do anything. And,
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't blame the player.
Yeah.
Like, the player's just doing whatever it takes to win.
Yeah.
I blame the game for not adding more generators than you need to fix.
Yeah. Which I think the one map we had, I think there were, because we had, I feel like there was one left, and Brunswick and I were, another name drop, were also, like, we were doing two, but we needed one, I think. But I don't remember the name of the map because I don't know anything about the game yet.
Yeah, it's like the one that had extra.
Yeah, maybe it had extra. I'm not entirely sure though if it did. But I mean, because there's the two sides of the argument there of what like what we encountered is, like, we could have done really hardcore teamwork to try to, like, lure the killer just even the slightest amount of way to get the, like, work on it little by little or something. Excuse me, but I don't know. It's not fun, and that's why people would label it as like somebody playing the killer as a toxic killer, is because it's not a fun experience to be like, oh, you're just gonna stand there instead of do anything else. Which another thing people would say is toxic is when the killer hooks someone and then just stands in front of the person that's hooked instead of going to chase after other people.
Yeah, but if you do that, you're gonna lose the game.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing, is because people should take advantage of the killer not doing anything if they hook someone, but at the like, and then the argument doesn't hold that much up, because in that respect, it's like the survivors can still win if someone gets hooked and the killer's just like, I don't care, I'm standing here, because you can just do generators. Yeah. But if the killer just stands in front of the last generator and you can't do anything about it, then it's like, well, this is shitty.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
it was just I don't know if situation.
It's like, because the map was really big and had multiple layers, like first and second floor. So,
and that was the second time we played it, so we don't know it at all.
Yeah, and I wonder if the company was like, this map's too big and too hard for the monster. We gotta just put the exact amount of generators.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I don't even know. It's like there could have been another one, but I have no idea, because I feel
We
like
looked everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, at one point we were just like, let's not even go near that generator because she just wouldn't leave it.
Yeah.
So
All I know is it feels like. See, I mean, we all bought the game with the Humble bundle, the Humble Scary bundle, or whatever it's called, Humble Spoopy bundle. And so we've all had it 1 to 2 days max, except for Brunswick, but he hasn't played it since forever ago.
yeah, he stopped playing it because of things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I can understand, but I mean, hey, if you're playing with friends, it's like, oh, this is a frustrating match, but there's next time.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, we weren't like so frustrated that like we're like, oh, screw this game.
I want a refund. I'm gonna ask Humble for a refund. It's like that goes to charity. Don't ask for a refund.
Yeah. 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 So by the way, guys, I think it's still up, but Humble Bundle has like a horror kind of like package where you can get Dead by Daylight plus a bunch of other horror games for like $15. So you can spend less money, like just $1, and get a bunch of games, but if you want Dead by Daylight, you have to spend at least 15.
What? Oh, can I not see the bundles I've already? Oh no, Humble Spooky Horror Bundle, and it's got 5 days left as of recording. Once this podcast goes live, it'll have 4 days left.
Yeah.
So yeah, it says 10 games. So if you pay $1, you get White Noise 2, Layers of Fear, and How to Survive and How to Survive 2. I don't even know about these How to Survive games. If you pay more than the average of $8.51, you also unlock Detention, BioShock Remastered, and Yomawari Night Alone. I think that's what it says. Oh yeah, it says Night Alone. Okay. And then pay $15 or more, you get Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th, the game, which is kind of like Dead by Daylight, but only Jason from, Friday the 13th. But apparently they didn't get a lot of updates and stuff, so I don't know. And then it says -$2 Humble Wallet credit for monthly subscribers. Oh, never mind. I'm not a monthly subscriber. But yeah, so you get all of those games for $15. So it's not a bad deal.
Yeah, no, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, most of the games are rated very or mostly positive, except for Friday the 13th and BioShock, and that's it. And those are mixed.
Yeah, I played White Noise too,
mm-hmm.
And that was pretty fun. So,
so
definitely check it out.
Yeah. So it's a good time if you have friends. If we get a 5th person, we could even do Kill Your Friends. Because that's a separate lobby you can get in where you have a friend play the killer as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think we'd be able to do that unless it's like the weekend when creature can be an actual creature.
Yeah.
So, oh well. But yeah, so there's like you can solo queue as the killer, or you can do survive with your friends, or you can solo queue as survivors. That's the thing. So the difference between like Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight is in match, the survivors and the killer cannot communicate at all unless you're like in Discord or something. So it like even if you're playing by yourself in Dead by Daylight as a survivor, you can't talk to the other survivors. There's no VoIP in the game at all. And I know some people are kind of like, oh, why isn't there a VoIP in the game? It's like, well, because, I mean, it would just be people shit-talking the killer all the time. That's it. Because that's what happened for Friday the 13th. It's like, at first people would, like, role play and be like, oh, we're, like, actually in Friday the 13th. Like, people would be like, I'm actually Chad or whatever and stuff like that. But then it just became fuck you, Jason. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it just became, like, meme city for no reason.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's a good idea to not like, instead of being like, well, only the survivors can communicate or just the killer can spook the survivors, just be like, you know what? Nobody gets to talk to each other.
Yeah.
But
wait, that's 13, right?
Friday the 13th, the game, everybody can talk to each other because there's an in-game VoIP. Whereas Dead by Daylight has nothing.
Oh yeah.
There's just the chat after the match where you can type GG or this killer sucks, he camped shit or whatever if you're mad.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Because even then people are still
'Cause
toxic with text chat. And they're like,
Yeah, they are.
But what were you going to say?
No, I just thought that I thought you were talking about Friday the 13th, that they did have it and then took it away.
I don't think so. I think Dead by Daylight might have had an in-game like voice thing, but then took it away because of toxicity. So, but I'm not 100% certain on that. If somebody actually played the game more, can say whether or not that's the case. Go ahead. I am not a. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. There we go. That one's the simpler way to say that is I just don't know if that's what actually happened. I just know there isn't one because people would be just shit talking each other all the time and be like, "You're a fucking terrible survivor. Hey, he's in the yellow house. Go kill that fucker instead." Like stuff like that. Which is, and just trolling. And I'm like, yeah, let's just avoid that altogether. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine that it gets pretty toxic in a game like that.
Yeah. Especially if you're like, fucking heal me. And then you just aren't paying attention or something.
Yeah. They're like, you messed up, you idiot.
Yeah. Oh, man. I didn't even think about how, like, that could happen. Where if you mess up a generator, somebody could just run near you screaming. Like, literally just going, ah. So the killer knows where you guys are.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could just have it where the people, like the killer, can't hear you guys talking. That's what I would do. But even then, like, people would be so rude. People are just rude.
Yeah, people are just rude. Especially on the internet.
Yeah. Especially a game where you got to work together.
Oh,
like
man.
that.
What are you doing? What are you, a noob? Yes, I bought this game yesterday. It's part of a Humble Bundle.
Oh, okay. Let me show how it works.
Yeah, if only that's how it worked on the internet.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, okay, then I'll tell you how this works. No, it's, well, you should fucking know already. It's like, how?
Game's been out for so long. Shut up, Mom. I'm playing games.
Jesus. But yeah.
And that's the nature of video gaming.
Moral of the story, don't play online games.
Yeah.
Unless it's with your friends.
Yeah.
And even then, who knows? Your friend might be like, what the fuck are you doing? You could be friends with that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, you could be. Yeah, that could be your friend.
And
Jesus, Frank, not again. Calm down.
Go eat a Snickers. You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that's video game stuff. What else do you want to talk about? You got anything off the top of your noggin?
I think that's it.
Okay. I mean,
gaming wise.
Yeah, there's not I mean, we've played a couple different games, but that's about it. We were gonna play one game, but then you couldn't even get it to work, and I couldn't. My PC was down the entire day, basically.
Oh yeah, it was Strange Brigade.
Strange Brigade. I mean, it looked like it could have been fun for an hour.
Yeah,
because it looks like just like a wave-based shooter, which I mean are fun for X amount of minutes, and then you're like, all right, well if that's it, then okay.
Yeah, to be fair, okay, this is what happened.
Okay.
I had never even heard of the game. Baron Von Games,
name drop,
person who streams on Facebook. He was like, "Hey man, look at this game, Strange Brigade. It's really fun. It's like Indiana Jones mixed with like Did
he play it before? Like in a beta or something?
I don't know.
Oh.
He might have just saw gameplay.
Oh.
I was like, whoa, that's cool. Like puzzle solving, and like we go on this adventure. I think he said like he brought up Left 4 Dead. I was like, oh, cool. So you have to go to like base to base or something. And then I tried to join him, and the game doesn't work. And I'm like, you know what? Because every time I launched the game, it said content locked.
Weird.
I was like, okay. Other people were having that issue as well.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I was like, you know what? Just play without me. I don't want to hold you up because we were gonna stream it. And then I'm like, as I'm trying to fix it, I'm watching his stream. I'm like, this game does not look fun. And as soon as I saw that, I got a refund.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
If it looks like it's not going to be fun, there's no reason to play
Yeah.
it.
And it's expensive. It's
Yeah.
not, it's like it was $50 and it's just like, man, kind of don't want to waste my $50 on this.
Yeah. That's the one good thing about the Steam refund policy. Like, because I played, like, I bought a couple indie games and I played one of them for a little bit and I was like, like, I wanted to play it. So I played it and I refunded it. Then I was like, I'll buy it again just because I felt like I wanted to play it again. And I was like, all right, I'll buy it. So I bought it a second time and I played it and I was like, you know what? Even though I get the urge to play this, I don't have fun playing it. So I just refunded it and kept it refunded the second time. But I was just like, that's as long as you don't play it more than 2 hours, then you're good. Like total play time to refund a game again. Because even that's too short. I wish they would up it to like 6 hours or something for certain types of games. I understand you can't do that for every game because people would be like, oh, I'll buy a first person shooter, play the story mode, finish the campaign, and refund the game before the time is up, basically. So I get why it's 2 hours. You can't finish a game, but I also feel like there are certain games you can't really get the feel for in just 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a good and a bad system, but I don't know. I like it for the most part. I just wish, like, if you're gonna get an RPG of some sort, you're definitely not gonna know whether or not you like it in 2 hours. The game, most RPGs aren't even the same. Like, they don't feel the same from hour 0 to hour 30 at all.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good and bad system. But hey, at least it's there. So if you're like, you know what? After looking at this game, I wish I hadn't bought it. You can refund it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You just can't play it for more than 2 hours.
yeah. But or if you bought it and then haven't played it in 2 weeks, that's also the thing. Is if you don't open it at all, you have 2 weeks to refund it. Which at that point, I feel like if you haven't even thought about playing a game after buying it after 2 weeks, you should probably refund it and wait until you actually want to play it instead of just buying it.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
But yeah,
It was my fault. Like, I should have looked at gameplay.
yeah. I just don't know. It felt like he was upselling it a lot, which from what I saw in the Steam trailer, it's just like, isn't it just like kind of a Horde style shooter, like third person shooter?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what it looked like, and didn't look fun. I was like, and it had mixed reviews.
Well, that's mostly positive on here.
Oh, well, I guess they fixed a lot of issues because it was mixed.
Yeah. But what did people say? It's all right, but I feel it's overpriced for what it is. So if you're thinking of buying it, wait for a sale. That's a down. That's a thumbs down. Wait for a
Thumbs
sale.
down.
Thumbs down. As promised, but the levels have no random element to them. Great game of potential at the moment. Not worth the price. Yeah, a lot of people's negative reviews are, hey, $50 is too much. So far.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I thought too. Looking at it, I was like,
even positive reviews are like, bit overpriced.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's bad. But this person's positive review is, he's saying it's like Vermintide 2 meets Sniper Elite 4 meets Tomb Raider 2013. I don't know where the Tomb Raider thing comes in, because, I mean, Vermintide 2 and, I mean, even Sniper Elite doesn't. I think it's the team that made Sniper Elite, Rebellion. Because that's the game where you can shoot Nazis and, yeah, like really, what's it called? Gruesome ways. Because you snipe them and sometimes it'll follow the bullet and it'll show as it goes through their body and it'll do an X-ray. So the graphics for those games are great. But I don't know. When you say Vermintide, my first thought is, oh, yeah, Tomb Raider. You know, the game where you go through tombs and, you know, it's a single-player story-focused game, and Vermintide 2, which is go through a level and kill a bunch of things and, you know, basically Left 4 Dead. There's no story really there. I mean, there's kinda, but it's not like story focused at all. I don't know. It's probably fun, just not for the price it's at. Or if it, or maybe it's not fun. I don't know. It's apparently it's overpriced though, and I don't really care. So we should stop talking about it at this point.
Yeah, it's not even worth our time.
But yeah. And then the reason, so like I didn't do basically anything that day because Martin, name drop again, so graciously sent me a terabyte solid state drive, which I can't thank him enough for. But I was having, so I was having issues cloning my operating system to a solid state drive I currently had. So if you're out there and you're like, man, I would really like to get a new hard drive, but I really don't want to do a fresh install of Windows, you don't have to. There is a way to clone your operating system onto another hard drive and then have it boot from the other hard drive, and it's fine. You just got to make sure you get all of the partitions of your hard drive, because if you don't, it won't work, which I found out the hard way because I spent 2.5 hours cloning it over, and then I was like, why isn't this working? And then I looked, and it was like, hey, make sure to get all of the thingies. And I'm like, I didn't get all the thingies. So I do have it working now, and my computer boots faster than it ever has because I was using a 10-year-old hard disk drive. I don't even know how it still works because I don't think they're supposed to last that long from what I remember. It's actually more than 10 years old at this point. Man, it might be. Oh man, I started to think about how old it could be, and I don't think I want to know because it'll make me feel really old even though I'm only 26. It'll make me feel like a goddamn ancient monster from the
You
depths.
are old
Whoa.
compared to like a 5-year-old.
Well, yeah.
You're like 20 years older. Holy crap, dude. You got 1 foot in the grave.
It's basically at least a toe. It's just my pinky toes in the grave. But yeah, that was fun. Also, I'm upgrading my computer. I already told you this, but it's still fun to talk about because I'm excited. I'm switching teams. Going from.
I can't believe you.
I'm going from Intel to AMD because I've heard nothing but good things about Ryzen. So I got an AMD Ryzen 7 2700X with a liquid cooler, and I got a new motherboard too. And everything's white and black, so my entire system is pretty much going to match except for my graphics card now. So I'm excited to install that this weekend because my computer will run better and streams will be better and editing video will be better, which, I mean, that last one's very important for multitude of reasons. But yeah, I'm excited because I haven't my CPU's 4 years old at this point, which in processor years it's basically ancient history. Like, I might as well have a CPU from 1992 at this point.
Okay, that's a little extreme.
But the one I'm using is a quad core. The one I bought is an 8 core, so it's definitely going to be better for multi-process stuff like editing and all that kind of cool stuff. So I'm excited. But yeah, that's about all that's going on over on my side of things after talking about a game for too long that we shouldn't have brought up for that long. I mean, so yeah. Anything you're excited for? Because, I mean, I've talked enough about Spider-Man. I don't need to say that I'm excited for that. Or are we done? Is this going to be a short one because we don't have anything else to talk about?
Well, there's nothing gaming-wise I'm excited for. Because, I would say Bannerlord.
But who knows? It could come out tomorrow or 20XX for all we know.
Yeah. So...
Wait, real quick. But what if they did that? What if, like, you just got onto the Steam page one day and it was like, now on sale, Bannerlord, and that's how you found out about it. You just opened Steam and it was there.
Then that would be terrible marketing. Because
you say that, but the word of mouth would spread so quickly because of things like Reddit and like all kinds of different news sites that are like, Bannerlord's out and nobody knew about it.
No, because like you want to build up the hype. You want to be like, releasing videos, and when the end of the video, you have the date it's coming out, because people word of mouth plus that will be spreading, and then people be more hype.
Maybe, but they've had videos coming out for years.
Yeah, but with no date.
That's
If they
fair.
put a date at the end, then people are like, "Oh, it's coming."
I just think I want that to happen one day, though, where everybody's like, "Oh, hey, you know that game that's been in development forever? Yeah, I wish that would come out." Same. And then you just open Steam the next day, and it's there. You can buy it, and it's playable. I want it to happen. I know it won't because marketing, but I want it to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Bannerlord.
Good old Bannerlord.
Good old never coming out Bannerlord.
I thought they were gonna release a date in the Gamescom or whatever, but
nope.
they didn't.
They just
a 6-minute video.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple that people put out a couple videos from there, like a couple organizations did of Bannerlord, but nobody got anything other than footage. It's cool footage. Excuse me, it's cool footage.
The demon.
The demon's escaping again. It's cool footage. Like the UI looks better than it did in what's it called, Warband. But other than that, we got nothing.
Yeah.
All right. But what were you about to say before I got off on that tangent? I'm excited for
I don't
something that's
remember.
not gaming related,
Oh.
or at least not video game related.
My next meal.
What?
My next meal.
Are you
Food.
Are you going to eat something really fancy?
No, just I like food.
Oh, you're just excited for it no matter what.
Yeah.
That's fair. I can't wait to
mean,
eat food again. I'm hungry.
Who doesn't like eating? Like,
Nothing, because we all need to eat to live.
I guess like. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. So.
Okay. I don't even know where you were going.
Anorexic people.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I wish I hadn't said anything.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't like to eat.
Well, yeah.
Or maybe they do, but their mind
yeah.
hates their image more than. Anyway, so
yeah.
if you're having anorexic problems, get help.
Yeah. Reach out
Reach out.
to a professional,
family.
not to one of us.
Yeah.
I don't know how to help you.
We'll just make memes out of your problems.
I won't.
I don't think I've ever seen a anorexia meme.
Well, you haven't.
I'm sure it's out there.
I was gonna say you haven't searched the internet hard enough.
Yeah.
But those aren't the kind of memes I like. That's not wholesome. That's just making fun of people and their problems. Voice crack. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, I got nothing. Should we just do Josephine's corner and call it before we meander too much?
Josephine is doing well.
Yay! What did she do for the week you were gone? Like who took care of her?
Oh,
she
right.
lived.
Brittany's.
Well, I'm glad.
She didn't die. She was Brittany's brother, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So,
that's. I guess that's the podcast. We maybe next time we should come slightly more prepared with things. We I don't know. I don't know if you forgot about the podcast today, but I was like, oh shit, tomorrow's Thursday yesterday, like before I went to sleep. So, or
yeah.
I didn't have anything really prepared. But next time, I swear this will be more interesting because even for the both of us being back, this is a pretty stagnant episode. I think the 2 episodes where one of us was gone are actually better than this one. Which doesn't say anything good about us. But yeah.
We're pretty boring.
Unless we're playing a video game together, and then, you might hear Trent scream at the top of his lungs.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten used to Dead by Daylight,
Yeah, I was going to say, by the end of that, we weren't, nobody was really freaking out as hard.
Yeah, no.
Because it's like scary at first, but then you're like, all right, I got to get the gens. Ah, fuck you, get away from me.
Yeah, it's like,
you're inconveniencing me.
You get better at it.
Yeah. Because like at first it's like, oh, it's a spooky game, but then you learn, like, have you learned, or like, did you know that if you run while you hear your heartbeat, the killer is alerted to that, like where you
I
are?
didn't know that till like the end of when we were playing, and I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense now.
Yeah, that's why every time,
Uh,
like Ryan was like, "How do they know where I'm at?" I was just in my head. He probably sprinted while they heard while he could hear his heartbeat.
Yeah, yeah, cause like when you turn a corner, you want to like go slow, you
Mhm.
know, and like try to trick them. But
But you hear like at first you're all scared. You're like, "I hear my heartbeat. I gotta go," and that just makes them know where you are.
yeah, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, cause like you want to run initially
Mm-hmm.
to like get to a corner where you can kind of juke them out, and
Yeah.
then you walk.
Mm.
But yeah, that's I guess you kind of have to play as the monster to know like everything you can do to trick it.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff. But that, and if you don't play all of the characters, you don't know what like everybody's different perks do and stuff like that. There's a whole. This is a really in-depth game, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I got nothing. I guess we'll do the end of the podcast stuff, and that'll be the podcast. Well,
All right.
it's been a podcast. I'll say that much. I'm Nico. Nico All Powerful. This is where you say who you are.
Oh, I'm Big Leather Daddy. I thought you were doing your like Twitter and stuff.
No, not yet. But yeah, he's Big Leather Daddy. If you want to follow me on anything, Twitter, Nico All Powerful, Twitch, Nico All Powerful. I have a Facebook page, Nico All Powerful. I check it when I get notifications for it, but I don't really do anything there. Polishing Podcast Twitter, more important than mine, is at Polishing Pod. Polishpodcast.com, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Play, all those places you can find the podcast. In case you listen to it on the website and you don't want to anymore, then you got all those alternatives. What else? Is that it? That's it, actually. Why did I say what else? Yeah, that's all of the social media thingies.
Yeah, and you can find me, Big Leather Daddy, late night hours. No, Pixelate Apollo. I'm on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube.
There it is. No updates about Super Secret Project.
Oh no, Jesus!
Okay, I just wanted to.
It's taking forever, man.
I just want to tantalize the people with one little thing. But
Super secret project, still super secret.
all right. Well, that's been the Polishing Podcast. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, morning, night, evening, whatever it is when you listen. And God bless.
Stay clean, stay polished.